Greetings. My name is Sarah Scherer, and I am your Housing Operations Coordinator for Southeastern Oklahoma State University. Tonight, we're going to go through some scenarios for your checkout process, fall 2020. I am going to share my screen now with you so that you can see how to access your StarRez portal. You're going to go to Current Students, scroll down, Campus Housing and Residence Life. Now, if you're a student at Southeastern this semester, this is your access to all things housing. You want to make friends with your StarRez portal. Log in. It's very important to note, you always want to use your student SSO button down here when you're logging into the portal. Okay. I need to make sure that I'm impersonating my supervisor. Not always something that you want to do, but in this situation, it is appropriate. So here we are on the StarRez portal. And as you can see on the gold navigation bar, Express Checkout is listed here. Now, at this moment, you may not be able to see this because we haven't turned it on, but probably next week, you're going to be able to access Express Checkout, which brings you to this page right here. Now, there are going to be several different scenarios that we'll go through this evening, but tonight, right now, the very first one that we're going to do is request early checkout and return for spring semester. Okay. This should be my fall booking, and this is a little bit of information here. We are verifying that this is an early checkout, meaning before Thanksgiving break, before November 20th. And we would like for you to be able to check out before 4 p.m. on that Friday prior to Thanksgiving. So if this information looks correct to you, you're going to select the blue button, which takes you to the next screen. And there's a lot of information here. Most of it should be information that you've already seen before. If you want to be eligible for a refund, then you're going to have to check out on or before November 20th at 4 p.m. You also want to come and access this portal prior to November 13th to be eligible for a refund. Students that plan to return to Southeastern Housing for spring 2021 may leave their personal belongings in their assigned rooms. However, you will not have access after you check out and leave for the semester. You will be able to take your room key with you, and so that when you come back in January for spring semester, you will have your key and you'll be able to access your room. But do not think that you can come back and get something that you forgot. When you're packing, make sure that you pack all the belongings that you want to have with you until you return in January. Now, even if you're going to come back in the spring, we want you to clean up and check out. Here's a list of things that we want you to do. The assigned space, shared space, all of it needs to be cleaned and cleared of your personal belongings. All trash, all perishable items, clean out your mini fridge, leave it unplugged. These are all things that you should read through and make sure that you do prior to actually packing your car, okay? So this is really, in a way, a two-step process. First, you're going to access the portal, come through here and read all of your information, and then you're going to check this box to say that you have read and understand all the required steps that must be completed prior to checking out for the fall semester. So this is what is going to give us the information to be able to collect data on who is actually planning to leave early. Next, you'll click Save. So in between when you just clicked that last button, you're going to go and actually pack up your room, okay? And then you're going to come and check out because you need to do all of that before November 13th. Now, then, okay, you have your last final on Friday, November 20th, and you have got your car packed. You've cleaned out your refrigerator, you've cleaned everything up, and you're ready to go. So that is when you come back to the portal. And this is actually where you are going to do the checkout process. You're going to use your student ID. I'm going to type in Kelly's ID here. And this is your signature. It did not work. Now then, you have successfully checked out of your residence hall for fall 2020, and you're free to go home and enjoy your break, and we will see you in January. So the really important things to note if you are planning to leave before Thanksgiving break and return in January is, number one, you need to access the portal to come into that first page, and before November 13th. That's very important. That's how we are going to know who plans to leave early. And then you'll go about your business for the next week or so. And then you will come back into the portal. You will go to that last page, that signature page, and that will be your confirmation that you've actually checked out and you are ready to leave. You can keep your key. You can take your key home with you. You can leave your belongings in your room, but you cannot come back to your room until January when school starts again. So that concludes the early checkout process for students who expect to return in the spring. That is it for the first scenario.
So this is Kelly Darcy. I'm the Director of Housing and Residence Life. Thank you, Sarah. So does anybody have any questions on that?
I do. Did you say that I get to leave my things if I'm coming back in January?
Yes, you may. You can leave all of your belongings in your room. However, you will want to take everything that you need to use during your break with you, because you will not be allowed back into the dorm until January.
Got it.
I have a question.
Do I go for it?
Okay. What happens if I'm not sure if I want to come back in the spring or not? Do I still need to take all of my stuff?
You don't know if you're coming back in the spring?
No, I don't know if I want to return and live on campus in the spring or if I want to not come back.
Well, what I need to tell you about is there are fees associated with terminating your contract. And so the earlier you terminate your contract, the more money you're going to save yourself. So I would suggest that if you don't know if you want to stay or not, that you go ahead and wait until you're definitely sure, and then go ahead and go through the process of terminating your contract. Now, if you've already left for the semester, then you'll need to contact us and contact our office, because this is going to be something that's really outside of the norm. And so I would suggest that really just try to figure out what you want to do. Kelly, you may jump in here and.
Right. So if you are trying to check out early before Thanksgiving and you are not sure if you're terminating your contract, really you're going to not terminate until the end of the semester anyway, because otherwise you would not be eligible for that refund, right? And so you really have until December 11th to make that decision. But Sarah is correct. Each day beyond that, it does wind up costing you. If you look at the terms and conditions, it is based on the occupied days and 50% of the remainder between fall and spring, and it goes through the end of the spring semester. So if you check out and you leave your belongings here, what you're going to have to do is contact the department and schedule, not just show up, but schedule a day where we would give you access, and then we would charge you for that day of access. And you would then take your stuff out and move it out. You know, the other alternative is you take everything with you if you want. We were just trying to make it easier for you on that, in that process.
Whenever I check out virtually on the portal, do I print off where it says you successfully checked out, or take a picture and send it somewhere, or keep it for my records?
That's a great question. Yeah, you will actually, every keystroke, everything that you do in the StarRes portal is recorded. So if you ever did need a proof of a date, stamp, or time, we can get that to you. But yeah, I would take a picture of it for your personal records. That's a great way to keep a snapshot to know, refer back to.
Okay,
So-
so I do not have to turn in my key if I'm coming back in the spring.
Correct. You do not. Who's next?
I am a ECU nursing student, and East Central University does a fall break, so they don't have the whole week like Southeastern does. So we technically have class that Monday of Thanksgiving break. Do I need to do anything differently as far as like my checkout process if I'm needing to stay on campus for that Monday and that Tuesday for my clinicals? Or do I have to like stay the whole time for Thanksgiving break, or do I check out like normal?
Do you have any in-person classes on the Southeastern campus during that week?
Yes, that Monday we will have in-person class.
Okay. I think that's something Kelly really needs to address as far as refund eligibility goes.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
I'm an ECU nursing student, and East Central University does a fall break, so they do not get the whole week of Thanksgiving like Southeastern does.
Right.
So that Monday that we're off, Southeastern is off. East Central is still having class, so we still have class on the Durant campus. And I didn't know if I didn't want to stay for the whole Thanksgiving break, if I would sign up for a regular checkout, or if I needed to sign up for a checkout day after that Monday.
Okay, so we will not be available to take the keys back during the Thanksgiving break. At least I don't believe we will be. I guess you can contact us for that. If you are returning in the spring, then you don't have to physically see us, and you can check out. You can hit the checkout button yourself in the portal. However, if you're here on that Monday, if you are not checked out by 4 o'clock on the 20th, you will not get a refund. So, and I regret to say that to you, but that'd be the truth. If you're not, you must be checked out by 4 p.m. on Friday the 20th in order to be eligible for the refund.
So if I miss the November 13th date to apply for the early checkout, what happens?
You want me to handle it?
November 13th, that is the deadline to be eligible for refunds. So if you do not sign up prior to that or on the 13th, you would not be eligible to get the refund.